Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome back. Episode 1344.
Yeah.
If we get up to that amount of episodes, Tyler,
We'll be old as fuck.
kill me.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will.
We will?
You'll kill me?
I guess I don't have any plans of going
What
anywhere.
year would that be? 52 episodes a year.
So what episode are we on right now? 180 or 191?
Yeah. I mean, that's 25 years, actually. It's not that bad.
I'm gonna be dead.
25 years. I'll be 56. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah.
I'll be dead.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 50.
Why you guys want to die at 50?
Yeah,
Or
Trevor,
like
what's that
mid
about?
50s?
Dude,
I don't want
I
to
just
die
know
then.
something's going to happen.
just assuming... all right.
Jesus.
Hey, it's a good thing to assume that you're going to die at 50 because then every year after that, it's just extra.
It's a gift.
Yeah, it's just icing.
Well, if you do get injured and are close to death, at work especially, you guys were presented by Nicolay Law.
No shit.
That's the Nicolay.
Ryan, that was the
Hell
fucking
yeah.
best segue I've ever heard in
Hell
my
yeah,
life.
dude.
Let's go, dude.
I mean, at least
That segue should get some awards, just like Nicolay Law has awards.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, hey, if you're on the verge of dying from a personal injury, maybe try and set the fam up for the future.
Mhm. If you're going out young.
Yeah, I mean, everyone thinks, call your mom and dad, call your brothers and sisters, call your wife, but maybe call Russell right away
Mhm.
and say, hey, what's the proper way to go about this? I want to, I got to set the fam up. Had this personal injury going on. Hopefully that never happens to any of you, but in case it does, Russell Nicolay with Nicolay Law. He's an award winner, and we're all about winning awards. We both won awards at Pine to Palm Golf Tournament last year.
We did.
So it's
I
like,
got
hey,
second place out of the worst golfers.
hey, an award is an award. If you ain't second, you ain't getting an award. So, NicolayLaw.com. If you've seen the billboards, you're gonna recognize them every time, guys. Fear the beard.
Fear it. Speaking of Nicolay, Russ sent us a sleeve of golf balls.
Nice.
I'm gonna need more, Russ.
Oh yeah, I had the ones with his face on them.
Yeah, I lost them.
Wait, you're telling me they had his face on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch in my
No
office.
way.
So
Where did you lose
Dude,
them?
that's
Forest
so
Hills,
surprising.
Detroit Lakes, Minnesota has been graciously donated by me 3 Russell beard balls.
I mean, if you think about it, that's like the strategy within the partnership that we have with Nicolay Law. It was on their end, it was very thought through because it's like, hey, we have all these billboards for advertising. Now, like, we want to hit the golfing community. Okay.
Do you think Russell was like, hey, I'm going to give these guys a bunch of balls with my business on them because I know these jackasses are going to lose them?
It's one of the best forms of marketing because when you find a golf ball, you ain't just picking it up and putting it in your bag. You're going to inspect it. You're going to look for scuffs. You're going to look for, different types of logos, old golf, whatever it is. You're going to inspect that golf ball. You're going to wonder, well, who the hell is this guy with this beard? And I bet if you just went on Google and typed in beard Midwest, he might be one of the first hits. Do it, Jake. See what
I'm
pops
doing
up.
it right now.
Doesn't Google let you use a picture?
Yeah,
to search
you can do
things too?
reverse
Yeah, you can
image
reverse.
search.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
That's what I did for my garden to make sure I wasn't growing weeds.
Someone got him. Midwest Beard Co.
Oh, okay.
It's
I mean-
just, they've
Son of
just
a
got
gun.
that market cornered.
Well,
but-
beard
Scroll
Minnesota,
down a little bit and he'll be there.
Yeah, I'm keeping. And see, now we got the Beard Awards in Midwest.
A little further and then it'll be Russell.
Yeah, it's great marketing. By
Got
that
it
team.
right there. You just throw in billboard afterwards, and it's just Russ. That is
Nice.
all
Boom.
it is. So there you go.
I think I talked about this last week, but I was in a situation before I played this last weekend of I'm down to like the scraps
Of golf
of
balls?
golf balls in my bag. I'm down to like old scuffed up Max Flies. This, how do you pronounce? Is it Slazinger?
Slazenger.
It's a
Slazenger?
hard G.
Yep.
Okay, I'm down to. I got those. I
I like
got
those.
But
I think
see,
Slazengers are a nice ball.
Yeah.
Well, why do you say that?
I don't
Like,
know.
what makes you
They don't feel like a rock when I hit them. That's literally my only litmus test.
okay?
Like, and the only ball that fails my personal test is a top flight.
For sure. And I think I have a top flight in my bag too, which
Yeah.
I will.
Like, I don't even hate nitros. They just explode sometimes if you hit them too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just, I don't know what it is, but it's like, I don't trust hitting these balls. So they're going to sit at the bottom of my bag for the worst case scenario.
Mhm.
Maybe like par 3 over water. Hey, let's do a first shot closest to pin, and then we'll hit our next shot. Like actually, maybe pull one out for that.
Okay.
But I did buy. I bought 2 sleeves of. I'm a big Callaway Chrome Soft guy now.
The very popular G-Dave's hitting those, the ones with the red, white, and blue stripes.
That's the ones I got.
Tri-line one. Yeah, those are what I'm using too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. They feel good.
Well, the red, white, and the blue lines remind me of America.
Every time you hit one, an eagle screeches somewhere.
Yeah, I did. I was playing them on July 5th too, so it's like, hey, it's a little Independence Day hangover there.
Yeah. You know what, Ryan? I'll tell you this. Last night, cleaning out the room and pulled down like an old Christmas gift bag. Yeah, I did. I was deep cleaning last night. Pulled out an old Christmas like gift bag from this year. Apparently, it was full of Christmas presents I got this year. I found 3 boxes of balls in there.
What kind?
Chrome Softs.
That is like the thing with golfers always get golf shit for Christmas. We always get golf shit for Christmas and then forget we have it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, because
like we have 2 feet of snow when we get the gift.
Yeah.
And we're going to have 2 feet of snow for the next 4 months. And then we forget we got golf stuff.
Yeah. Had 3 boxes of balls and like a thing of tees and a new glove in there too. It's just like fucking let's go.
You actually found it at the perfect time of the season.
You're right. I really did.
You've burned through some stuff right now. You're in need of some fresh new gear, and now you got it. You didn't have to spend a dime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's say $30 for a glove, unless you get the Costco. Was a 4-pack for $24, 5-pack for 20, whatever it is. Well, let's just say $30 for a golf glove, and then let's say another. I don't know. You got 3 boxes.
Yeah.
So probably $100 for those 3.
Well,
so
actually,
you just save yourself over $100.
We could take the price down a little bit because only one of the boxes was Chrome Soft. The other 2 boxes were like the recycled balls that you get at like Shields. They have like a box full of.
Okay, so we'll say $75.
It's like I got a bunch of refurbished Bridgestones.
That's all right.
So let's fucking go.
The guy I was playing with this last weekend, he said, because he's a big Chrome Soft guy, or no, he's a Callaway Super Hot guy.
Super hot.
I won't like I'm not calling
Super
him
hot
super
fire.
hot. But he's a big Callaway Super Hot guy, and he's like, at the beginning of the year, I buy like 100 of them for $100. I'm like,
where
that deal at? LostGolfballs.com.
Interesting.
I've never been on it.
Not a sponsor.
That is not a sponsor. But when somebody says buck a ball, I'm like, okay, well, now I'm intrigued, and I am at a position where I need 100 golf balls. So I might have to check it out.
Yeah.
It's a legit. I mean, people. There was a TikTok phase there for a while of people
just refurbishing balls and selling them. Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of the lost balls, my whole Nicolay ball thing actually wasn't part of the ad read. I was trying to segue into something.
Oh, go on.
I did lose those Nicolay balls, but we replenished them plenty. So I golf with G Dave and 2 of his older buddies, Steve and Roger, and my oldest son. Those old guys, you think we ball hawk hard?
Really?
Every single hole, dude. They like got into formation without speaking and would canvas rough. It was impressive.
And they keep the balls that they lay eyes on.
Yep.
Right? They're okay.
So they pick up a ball. Anytime anyone loses a ball or has no idea where their ball went, or like it could be in this spot, could be in this spot, they fan out without saying a word to each other. They all have a club. They're all weed whacking as they walk through, and they're pocketing 4 or 5 balls every time.
Oh, so
and they call out every ball they find in case it's yours, and then they get out of the way. You hit your shots and you go.
And these are G Dave's friends.
Yep. So Grandpa Dave golfs every Wednesday with the same group of guys at the same course. Yep.
Is it
1:10?
1:10 p.m.
Yep.
Every Wednesday.
Well, they're all veterans. You know, they get that stuff from the military. Yeah. Just Coleman Fields.
Yeah, just nonverbal communication on their ball hawking skills, and it was efficient as shit. And I only found 1 ball personally. It was in between 2 fairways. I thought it was this guy's. He just drove right by. I pick it up, and on the ball it says "banging bitches," and then on the other side, "digging ditches." Which is
what was it? Was it a company?
It was
ball?
Matson Excavating. Free plug for you, Matson Excavating, because the ball is fantastic. And I gave it to my kid, and I just have a picture of him holding it up. He doesn't know what it says. but he's just holding it up and it says banging bitches. And then my 4-year-old son in the background.
We might have to just send them a quick email.
Yeah.
Send them a quick e-message.
Well, Ryan, I think I know where you need to start buying your golf balls from now.
I'm like, hey,
That's an extra.
golfballs.com.
if you got any extras, send them our way. Because, free plug on the podcast. The least you could do is send, what kind of ball was it?
I don't remember, but it's in my bag, which is in my car.
Yeah, that's one of the balls that you maybe hang on to.
Yeah, that ball is not getting hit.
So,
that's going in my collection of funny balls.
That's a good question. Like, how do you determine if you find a ball in the course? How do you determine, hey, this is a ball I want to like put in my stash, or if I want to put it in my bag to maybe hit it down the road?
How do you know if it's a memento or a game ball?
Correct.
It's got to come down to cool shit on there.
And I think it's all subjective, right?
Yeah.
Because I may not think banging bitches and digging ditches is as funny as you do, so I would probably hit that ball in the hole.
Right. And I think it's hilarious, so it's going in my save pocket. So like, yeah, or like a cool picture or a sports logo. Like if I found a random Vikings ball, I wouldn't hit that. I'd save that because I don't have one.
The sports logos are always a big save. I found one a couple weeks ago. You guys, it's on it. It's a Pro V1, and on it says Titleist Ball Factory 1 grand opening 1996
Oh, that's cool.
on the side of it. And that's one I just
sweet.
can't fucking
That's
get
a
rid
saver
of.
for
That's
sure.
a saver. But like to somebody else, they'd just be like, Ball Factory 1, whatever.
They don't understand what they're reading.
Yeah.
There should be like people should designate a pocket in their bag for balls they find on the course that are never going to be hit.
I have one.
Boom.
And then I empty it out maybe once or twice a year and add it to my like box of balls I'm going to save.
We should just buy like a little wall. Like they sell little wall things that you could keep all your golf balls on a wall.
Yeah, we got like one of those little globe deals right behind us.
Yeah, I remember growing up, my uncle had one where it was like 6 shelves all stacked. Really, we should just buy those and display them in our houses.
Grandpa made a template thing, so you can like just get a sheet of plywood or whatever, and it's got 2 holes spaced out perfectly, and it's the perfect width. You just drill all those holes, and then you can put golf tees in there, and then it creates a stand for your ball.
Oh, sure.
So he has a little template. That's what he does in his sunroom. He collects all sorts of golf stuff.
So it kind of looks like a Plinko board. That
A little bit, yeah, but more organized. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it's once or twice a season where you'll come across a ball and you're like, I gotta keep this one in my bag. Yeah. I have one with the Masters logo on it.
Sweet.
I assume it's from the Masters. I don't know, and I can't even remember where I found it. I have one.
I think I was with you when you found it.
You might have been.
Yeah.
I have one with the President's Cup trophy on it.
That's sweet.
Can't remember where I found that one. Then I got like at the Jimmy Scramble, they gave us a sleeve of tailor-made balls with like the Jimmy logo.
And you
on it.
save,
I'll keep
save
one of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's predominantly what my save pocket is one like gift ball that you get at a tournament.
Yeah, like you got one of the CRMC ones.
Yep.
Sitting in there, I bet.
For sure.
Same,
and like
too.
from the Caddy Girls tournament, I'd hit 2 of them, save the last one.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I have a Bridgestone from the first time I went to Pop Stroke, which is Tiger Woods' putting or mini putt facility. And then, here's where I went wrong. And I told you guys this story after the Jimmy Scramble. A few weeks ago, probably a month ago, I found a ball. It was a Titleist Pro V1 with the number 84 on it, and it said straight cash home.
Oh, that is such a cool ball.
It's a sweet ball. Whether Randy Moss was hitting that or not, I don't know.
I
It was
doubt
a huge
but it's
Randy
sick.
fan, or it was Randy himself. And Jimmy Scramble, I've been drinking a little bit, and been drinking for a lot most of the day, and it was just one of those things where I'm like, I need my luck to change right now, and this may be the ball to do it. And then I lost the ball.
No.
The ball went straight into the trees after that.
That is straight change.
What hole is it
homie.
on? Just asking for a friend.
Fuck, I couldn't even tell you. We've been drinking a little bit.
Can't believe you guys just rolled past that.
So yeah, it was like
Glad you heard it.
it was straight change, homie. I heard you. So I think that was the turning point for me where it's like, all right, if I think a ball is cool, just put it in a designated pocket and forget about it. Because in 2 summers from now, I'm going to be like, what the fuck's in this pocket? And it's going to be there.
Cash, homie.
And then I'm like, hey, I haven't hit it for 2 years. I'm not going to hit it ever again.
So, question for you guys: where do you draw the line on what is a cool ball? Because like, what if you find a Titleist? Like you see this on Titleist more often than not. It has a cool random big number on it. Would you keep that if it was like number 65 instead of 1, 2, 3, or 4? Or is that not quite cool enough?
Not quite
cool enough.
But unless I'm in Ryan's shoes and it's got the number of an athlete that I like.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if it's got 23, I'll be like,
Yeah, sometimes
I'll keep
So
that.
what if you got like a 98 ball?
See, that'd be sweet because
Yeah.
that's the year I was born. So I'd be like, okay.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, and I think to answer your question, Tyler, it's all subjective. It's like Charlie Barron's, had he found the Titleist 84, wouldn't have gave a shit about that.
He
because
wouldn't
he's a
have even
Packers
knew.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we're Vikings fans, I would have kept that. Banging bitches, same thing. It's like, hey, if you're
Matt's in excavating's not very far from my childhood home either.
really, oh,
Yeah.
it's from there at Frazee.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tyler, go get us some balls.
It's like, hey, if a female found that ball, they'd probably be like, okay, like I don't,
Yeah.
this isn't funny to me or whatever. So I think for me, it's like it either has something to do with sports, or it's like an iconic, like a saying or phrase. And it could be anything. It could be like a movie quote or whatever. And
Yeah.
3, it has a cool picture on it. So I think the Titleist balls with yours and Miles's face on them.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to find that, not knowing who you are,
You wouldn't give a shit.
I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But also, like, if I found one with Miles's face on it as like a fan of the page, I'd probably keep that ball 100%.
And they would know from listening to this podcast that it was a gift from your mom to you.
Correct.
Yeah. Also, on the flip side of it, like Callaway does a bunch of the cool, soccer ball designs or whatever.
Yep.
If I find one of those,
Yeah,
it's just not quite cool enough. I'm going to play that
If it's
ball.
like in production and not like a custom thing, I don't.
Yeah. If I can go out and get it at the store. Yeah. Like the ones with the American flags on, they're sweet.
Yep.
I'll just keep playing that ball.
Yeah.
For sure. That's one that like it doesn't go in my save it pocket. It goes into the I'm immediately playing it situation.
Yeah.
Like if I find a cool one, but not cool enough to keep forever, I'm going to play it right away, which is
Yeah.
a weird thing. Like if I find a sweet ball, even though I'm playing good with this other ball, I will play it right away.
Do you guys have
See,
any,
I'm kind of the opposite, because if I find a cool ball, I'll save it as like a very last resort because I kind of want to keep it. And if I don't need to use it, then I've already answered the question of like, am I going to play it or am I going to keep it? I'm just going to keep it and not do anything with it.
Okay.
do you guys have any weird superstitions with like the cool balls, but they're still players?
What do you mean?
Like if you find a cool ball, right? And like Ryan said, you'll keep it to the last ball in your bag or whatever. Do you have any weird superstitions where it's like, wow, if this fucking shot doesn't go well, then I'm really fucked or whatever?
Oh, no. The only superstition I have is that with the type of ball, those matte colored balls, are that I play them way better off the green and then I putt shitty with them. And then I do everything the same with every other type of ball,
Okay.
which I don't think it's true, but it's just in my head. I think I saw a TikTok one time about how the matte balls don't roll as well on the green as the other like smooth balls.
Sure.
And so now it's in my fucking head because I know I shouldn't be watching all these instruction videos on TikTok, but I watched it and now I think the matte balls don't putt well.
What is there?
Yeah. When it comes to the color balls, the yellow, the purples, the pinks and reds, whatever, or the blues are terrible. I don't know.
Blue's the
why
worst
they're
color
making
ball.
blues.
Worse than green. It's harder to find a blue ball in
For
the
sure.
grass than it is green. It makes no sense.
Those are the balls I play when I have zero fucks to give. So it's like I've never bought the colored balls in my life. So that's telling me that like I found it because someone else didn't give a shit that they lost it. And I don't give a shit if I lose this one. So the color balls in my bags are the ones I've found, never bought. And I'm going to spray and pray every single one of those.
Yeah, a blue Volvic.
Or if, or if I hit a shitty shot on a par 3 over a pond, it's like, well, for a mental health shot, I'll pull I'll pull the purple Volvic out of the bag and just see what happens. If it goes in the water, I'm just going to look the other way and continue on with my day.
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, that was my first round of 18 for the entire year. First round of 18.
No shit.
Shot a 93. I didn't.
Not a
hate it.
hard course to shoot 93 on.
No. And I was not disappointed with it, really, to be honest. I started out super, super bad I shot, I think I was like 49 on the front.
But hey, it sounds like you took kind of turned things around in the back.
Did improved on the back. I had one bad hole in the back, and the rest were all pars, bogeys, and I got the first birdie of the year is out of the way, gentlemen.
Really?
I got it done. Birdied 7, drove the green on a par 4 with my hybrid, and jet stream winds behind me.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mother Nature.
So there's
take it for what it is.
a group on the green, and all the old guys had teed off because they're not going to get to the green. And I was like, all right, well, they're kind of playing slow. I kind of want to just hit my ball. So I put the driver away and grabbed the hybrid. And it's the best shot I've hit all year long. And it got up and also got up into the jet stream. I'm like, holy fuck, it's going to get to the green. And they're on their putting. And it hit probably 2 yards in front of the green and then rolled up on. And I had like a 45er for eagle. And I didn't get really close for eagle.
Tickled the lips.
Kind of.
Oh.
I left it short and right, and then I sunk like a pretty decent, like 9-10 footer for birdie. And there's first birdie was out of the way.
Quit.
Did the guys look at you when you hit the green or no?
No, they were really fucking drunk. So
They just didn't care.
Oh shit.
this was on Wednesday, the 3rd of July.
Yeah,
It seems like shots like that, when it seems like in any other situation, you'll never hit the
Right.
you'll never drive.
If I would have waited for them to get off the green, I'd have duffed it into the fucking pond.
But
But since I didn't wait for them to get off the green, I hit the best shot of my entire career and hit the green right next to them.
I think that's especially if someone gets pissed off at you for hitting into them. I think that's a great excuse to diffuse the situation. Like, hey, like I was just so in rhythm there, and had I waited thinking that I might get close to hitting you, I wouldn't have got even close.
Well, I just switched clubs to try to be a nice guy. I'm like,
Yeah,
I can't fucking get there with my hybrid. Like, it was 275 yards with my hybrid.
Jetstream, Mother Nature.
And it carried like 260 and then rolled up onto the middle of the green, but the pin was back right.
Yeah.
So it was like, I just didn't think I had it in me, which, I mean, Mother Nature was a huge assist on that. I'm not going to try and claim that I can hit my hybrid that far every time. But
the one instance that I've been a part of hitting up into guys that were on the green, it was my buddy. It was a 278 yard downhill par 4, number 9 at Thumper Pond, if you guys are familiar. My buddy at most with rollout will hit it 260, maybe 270.
Okay.
But we're downhill and he's got to hit a perfect shot for this to happen. These guys are on the green in front of us. So we're like, hey, you tee off and then we're just going to let it fly. And he one hops his ball onto the green. And one of the older guys that was on the green, probably in his 50s, turned around, looked at us, threw his hands up, walks over to my buddy's ball and stomps it into the green.
Oh,
So, like, who's in the wrong there? Is my buddy in the wrong?
It's
for hitting into him, or is this guy in the wrong for, number one, like destroying that, like essentially stomping his ball into the green, which is like, I don't know. I feel like
it's a no.
Course etiquette. You just don't do that.
they're definitely both.
It's a both.
So it's a 50-50 split, and it's a wash at that point.
Yep.
Well, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
That's true. It's just it's just doubly wrong. She shouldn't have been swinging driver at him when they're on the green. Like, I know we just
perfect shot. You got to hit a perfect shot, and he did.
And if you would have waited for those guys to go off the green, he would have hit a shitty shot. That's just how it works. Golf punishes common sense. It's
like when you think about a shot too much, odds are it's not going to go well. And the longer you're waiting for somebody, the more you're going to think about that shot, and the shittier it's going to go.
Yeah. Or it's like the more effort that you put into a round, the worse you're going to play.
Correct.
It's exactly that.
Yeah. I told the guy I played with this last weekend, I told him on a par 5, I'm like, the easiest, most comfortable shot in golf is the layup shot on a par 5, because there's no worries in the world. It's like
no matter where it goes, you're fine.
Well, odds are it's going to go right where you want it to. Down the fairway, it'll give you 100 out or whatever you want, because there's no worries. It's like you're not aiming, you're aiming at, and I know you can say this for a tee shot too, but you're aiming at, a 50 yard wide fairway with like no pin that you need to get close to. Doesn't even matter.
You really can't fuck it up.
No,
Well,
you can.
I have.
You can, yes, but there's just something about it. I wish the layup on a par 5 shot was the same as every single par 3 tee shot.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it should be.
It
just
should
not
be,
mentally.
But mentally, because on a par 3, you're aiming for the pin.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I would say I probably miss less. Like my miss zone is smaller on the par 5 layup
Definitely.
shot than it is on even a shorter tee shot on a par 3.
definitely.
Sad, dude. We're all just mental midgets.
Yeah, mentally.
just-
Well, that's
small.
the game. I mean,
Yeah.
the game. Even you see the pro. Some pros are mental midgets
Mm-hmm.
because this game fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's
Why
like,
do we like
do
it
this to
so much?
ourselves, You know.
Oh God, dude. Speaking of like the mental capacities of myself, I have one useless club in my bag.
Mm.
It is
Putter?
Nope.
7.
Exact opposite end of the spectrum.
Driver.
I don't even know why I have it. I
You
tried.
bought it on No, you didn't buy it on Mark.
No,
You
I-
sold that one to Jake.
Yeah. I cannot hit it. I don't know what it is. The second it's in my hands, I just forget how to golf. I teed off with my 7-iron almost every hole. I hit that club perfect every time I swing the damn thing. And you put a driver in my hands, it's like I have a stroke.
Tyler,
Pun intended.
I'm with you.
I don't get it.
I'm with you. I'm about 75% with you as well.
Yeah, I really don't get it. And that's like, I didn't hit my driver further than 45 yards. And
What?
Wait.
I just hit it that bad. It was either hoselled or topped or shanked. Like my driver there's one drive that maybe got to 50 yards, but that's how bad it is. I'm not hitting long bombs really far right or left. I'm just not able to actually hit the thing. And I don't understand. I definitely have the Y word with my driver,
Yeah.
Mm,
and I don't know how to fix it. So
I think I do.
my method of fixing it is don't swing the damn thing. So I teed off with the 7 on probably 14 holes. I did the hybrid on 17 and 18 because I hammered it on 17. Drove the green and I'm like, well, I should just do that again. And then I hit a pretty not great shot on 18, but it was playable. Much more playable than the driver. And I just don't.
You ever just thought about swinging it like an iron?
Yeah, I've swung it many different ways, and it's just I can't get it. I could barely get the damn thing off the ground. It's either going directly away from my body, or I am topping it and kind of pulling it to the left a little, and it dribbles away. There's one time where it was right before I broke my leg. I was playing Prairie Wood, and it was hole 8, I believe. 2 times in a row, I hit it with the heel, and it dribbled like 4 feet.
Tyler, here's
Like
what
I
I think
barely
you do.
made any contact with the ball.
Okay, I think I got your solution for you. Here's what I think you do. I think that you forget it ever existed. I think you forget your driver ever existed.
Do you want to buy it?
No, because I have
Yeah, how
one
much?
already.
I don't know. I have to do some research.
Because I'm with you, Tyler. I'm with you on this. My driver, mine hasn't been going very well either. And I just recently switched to the same like hybrid only off the tee box approach and went out last week. I usually play bogey golf like 45 to 46 on every 9. And I shot a 40. Hybrid only. I missed less. I was in the water less. And I'm with you. I'm now like fully on board. I think you need to forget that the driver ever existed.
See, so the problem is I would love to do that, but I can't give up on it until I fuck it up first.
yeah.
It's just something in me. I would love. You're absolutely right. I have to swing it at least 1 or 2 times and fuck up 1 or 2 times before I can put it in my bag. Because there have been seasons like last year that was my best club in my bag. I fucking hammered the thing for 2/3 of the summer. And it was easily the best weapon I had in the bag. And now it's like it's mad at me.
Just go up there, tee it up. Don't think. Just literally no practice swings. Go up. Just wail. Swing as hard as you can. That's what I've been doing recently because mine went to shit for like 2 weeks. And it just goes straight. I go, what? Like, for what reason?
I'm going to bring it to the range and just swing until my back gives out.
Yeah.
And it'll probably go dead straight.
Relegate your driver in the same way that soccer teams get relegated. Relegate your driver to only the driving range.
Okay.
Right? Like I have shots in my repertoire that I am working on that I will never try on the golf course just because I'm scared. But that I'll just try on the driving range and stuff like that, right? Like I'll try and hit flops on the driving range and shit like that. That's what I think you should do there too.
Okay. I'm a big soccer guy now, so I like the relegation comparison.
You like that?
The driver is working towards promotion this year in the Champions League.
How do you? Okay, I'll give my 2 cents on this. How do your practice swings feel?
I don't take practice swings. You know,
Good
this.
answer.
But when you do take a practice swing, does it feel good?
Yeah, I mean, I take them on the first tee to loosen up.
I would. I shit you not.
I know you
do.
love practice.
Take one practice swing with the driver.
Okay.
And then like I'm talking Zach Johnson distance away from the ball to where you may like toe it like away, like you might hit the ball with the toe of the club on a practice swing.
I mean, that would
Take
be
it-
about as good as my drives.
So take a practice swing, and then as soon as the club comes back to center, step up to the ball and then just replicate the practice swing, exactly the same speed and the exact same way as the practice swing. It's going to feel like you're swinging slower, but you're not. You're essentially not.
Okay. I'll try anything here. You fucking
Because I shit you,
you tie
not.
a pool noodle to my ass. I don't know all the drills.
Chapstick all over
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'll put chapstick on the grip. I don't give a shit.
I got flamed for this one. Like, well, duh. That's why you take
No,
practice
you
swings.
had
It's
a-
like you don't.
You had a weird
Shut up.
amount of support on that take.
I know, and I still stand by it because I'm still and I've kind of. I don't know. I'm getting a little too confident in my practice swing now, and I'm like reverting away from it a little bit when I step up to the ball. But just try it and just see what happens.
Okay.
Just do it for my mental
I'll do it
clarity.
for you. I'll do it for you.
And I think
Do I have to take practice shot swings on every shot?
No, just the driver.
So tedious.
Just the driver.
Okay.
Just the driver. And then number 2, I've also figured out when I'm like trying to manipulate my club face, like I'm like, oh, it feels really open at the top, so I better close. When I'm trying to manipulate the club face, things never go well. So now I've literally just focused on make the best wherever the club face is at, doesn't matter. Just try and make the best contact with the club face. And the odds are it's going to turn out better than if you were to try and mentally manipulate it, thinking that it's open at the top or whatever. Just and if that means swinging harder, just swing harder and try and make good contact.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm never trying to do that. I'm not there yet. I'm not trying to shape my shots ever.
No, and I mean, but also like if you hit a snap hook with your driver 2 holes in a row, you're going to be like, all right, I need to keep it a little bit more open.
Not me. I just aim to the right.
Just play the.
Yep. I play the shot. Whatever my body decides to hit that day, I play it.
I guess I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
I've been doing that too. Like my miss now is a snap hook with the driver, and so I've just kind of been aiming down the right side of the fairway.
Yeah. You don't want to aim like in the woods in case
No.
you accidentally hit one straight.
Correct.
But along the edge, you can be fine regardless.
Minimize your
Yeah.
losses.
Yeah.
Replicate the practice swing and just try and just make good hard contact.
Okay. Also, one other note from this round is first time I've ever actually seen it happen. My dad has suspected it many times, but I've never actually seen it happen. Grandpa Dave's friend Roger pulls one to the left in between 2 fairways. And he sees another group looking for their balls, and he's like, they're going to pick my ball up. I'm like, no, they won't. They won't. Because like everyone always thinks they're going to get their ball picked up. They did. They picked it up and just continued to. So Roger had to go up and like, give me my ball.
Did they give it to him?
Yeah, they did.
No
And
shit.
then he just
my
had to guess where it
God.
was and finish the hole. But I've never seen someone actually do it. And that's why the 360 rule is a bad idea.
Yeah, but the 360 roll, they probably could have seen it. They probably could have seen that your group was over there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they did or didn't, but they picked up Roger's ball and he had to drive because they were on their way to the green for their hole. And he's like, did you guys grab my ball? I saw you drive right over it. And they're like, yeah, here you go.
Ooh, that's embarrassing.
It's so awkward.
Yeah.
Very.
You just got to deny that one at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope,
like-
didn't
like-
see it.
And I'm getting a little bit more strict with myself on picking up balls. So I've golfed Balmoral this last weekend, and there's this one pocket that is like kind of off to the side of the green of a par 5. And then it's like 2 holes earlier is like 50 yards in front. It's like it'd be like where an errant tee shot would go. And of course I hit my tee shot there and I'm looking for my ball and I found 4 other balls just in plain sight. But I'm like, well, if you try and go for the green on this par 5, this is a perfect spot to hit it. Granted, the people who were on that par 5 were already on the green and I was on the hole where this black hole meets. I'm like, I'm just going to leave these here. And they were nice balls. There was a Callaway in there. Srixon, I think like a Titleist. I don't know.
Hey, I'm proud of you. That's big. You a year ago, you would have pocketed every single one of those
for sure.
And then people would have come looking
for sure. So I let him lay. It's like, hey, if the golf gods are going to do one thing for me, they're going to reward me for leaving these balls here. But then when we went to the par 5, I did kind of snoop over there, look over the hill a little bit to see if they were still there. I didn't look hard enough to see if they were. So yeah, I've grown up, guys.
Good.
Proud of you.
We only steal balls from the woods.
Yes.
Or
and
unless
this was kind of in the woods.
On
them. So I played one round this last weekend. July 5th, course was packed. We had a 9 a.m. tee time. And when I booked it, it was like there was 2 slots left on the tee time that you could book. So I booked it for me and a buddy. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll play with 2 randoms. That's fine. We get up to the course and he's like, just wait till you see the other guy in our group.
Man.
And I'm like, oh, fuck. So before I see this guy, I go to the clubhouse and pay. And the lady at the front desk was like, hey, there's a 3-sum in front of you. And you guys are only a 2-sum. So we do allow 5-sums, which I was surprised because it's a holiday weekend. They're like, we do allow 5-sums. So if you want to join their group, you can. If not, don't feel obligated to. And I was like, well, in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck yeah. I don't know what happened to the other 2 guys. I'm like, we'll feel it. We'll maybe just play the first couple holes on our own and then just feel out the pace of play. I'm like, fuck that. We're playing a 2-sum all day. And the other guy that was supposed to join us in the tee time ended up going with the group in front of us. So that 2-sum changed to a 3-sum and we stayed the 2-sum.
That guy, what a kick in the balls. He had a decision. He's like, I'm going to ruin somebody's day. And I'm going to choose this first group. Dude,
thank God he did, because he was higher than a kite on a 50 mile an hour windy day. He had like a CrossFit, you ever heard of junk headbands? It's like big in the CrossFit industry.
Okay.
He had like one of those on, cut off t-shirt, cargo shorts, tatted up, with iron head covers that had skulls on them. Jesus. And I'm like, oh, geez, okay. He's probably a good guy, whatever. And then a couple holes down the way, we see this ball in front of the green that was from a different hole. We drive by that hole or that ball, and it looks like there's a little like stick right on top of it. And the guy I was golfing with goes, he's like, how the hell did that stick get right on top of that ball? I'm like, I don't fucking know. So not thinking anything of it, we roll up to the next tee box and we're waiting at the tee box with the group ahead of us. One of the guys being the guy who is higher than a kite. And he goes, yeah, the ball up close to the green on that last hole, I set my roach right on top of it. And I'm like, okay, that's how that stick got on top of that ball, is this guy was smoking a roach in the middle of fairway, and I had nothing wrong with that. It'd be a fucking good time. He just went and just sat his roach right on top of this ball.
And him and his stoned ass is like, this is really funny.
For sure.
He's just giggling to himself while he's doing it.
So
Jesus Christ.
There's a 5 milligrams of caffeine down.
Spilt.
You should move your phone there.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you. So we dodged a huge bullet there. I don't know. He sounds like he might have been kind of fun.
He might have kind of been a good time, but whatever. And the one thing I wanted to say about this round and this course, so it was Balmoral. It wasn't Thumper.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're not very far from each other, correct?
10 minutes.
Okay.
So shout out to Balmoral, because what they were doing with the pace of play and the 5-sums was something I've never seen a course do before. Number one, I still can't believe they allowed 5-sums during a holiday weekend, but they did. And 2 groups ahead of us there was a fivesome of, I'm not shitting you, beginner golfers, which is fine. Hey, like they're probably getting together for the fourth, probably see their family a couple times a year. Let's go out golfing. It took them 15 minutes to finish the first hole.
Okay.
So then the marshal who we were BSing with at hole 1 had went and talked to a lady. I think she might have been the owner or like the wife of the owner, whatever. So this gal hops on a golf cart and she goes and talks to that group and tells them, hey, to keep pace of play up, you guys need to let the 2 groups behind you play through within the next 3 holes. So after the second hole, the group in front of us had already played through. And then she was like following this fivesome to make sure that they let us play through. So after 2 holes, she made them wait at the tee box and then we played through. And then we were fucking cruising.
That is nice.
So we kind of had like our own little personal like course ranger looking out for us.
Well, that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, making sure that the slower group in front of us was gonna let us play through within the first 3 holes. And then 2 holes later, they let us play through. And I've never had that like type of
like actual intervention.
For sure. Yeah. And it wasn't even intervention. It was just like, hey, the course is packed today and we do allow fivesome. So we're just like, because you are a fivesome, we're just going to have you stop here and let these guys play through. So I actually appreciated the shit out of that. And
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
I love this lady because she's doing exactly what no other course should be doing. And I've never had that. Not that the treatment was for us. It was for as many
It's for
people.
the whole course.
Yeah, it's for the whole course.
And it's for the fivesome too, because now they don't have to feel pressured, especially if they're newbies. And
Exactly.
so do you have a new home course at the lake? That's a big move by them.
It's a huge move. And again, I've never experienced anything like that, so I'm kind of leaning that way going down the road in my my lake golf ventures.
Okay.
So that was sweet. For her to like start cruising around on a cart and like make sure groups stop. Oh, and also when we were finishing up the hole before we were about to play through, my buddy layup shot on a par 5. He, again, I just contradicted my point here. He hit a fucking errant shot over to the left. And he yelled 4 with like 20 feet left for the ball to hit the ground, and yelled 4 and then whack, fucking cart gets hit over on the next tee box we're supposed to play through on. It ended up being the lady that was like helping us play through.
He hit the marshal,
and she hit I'm pretty sure he hit the top of her cart, and we're like, hey, is everyone okay over here? Like, sorry, late 4 call, whatever. And she's like, oh no, we're fine. I'm like, I love you. And this is awesome. I will probably be back next weekend.
Hell yeah.
So
see, that's all you gotta do is just
do your job.
Applaud.
They did their job, and it was fucking awesome. So
shout out to you, Bal Morale.
Yeah. Yep.
If you're ever in the Battle Lake area, hit it up.
Hit it up. Ryan, also, I just looked it up for you. 10-round punch card, $450.
That ain't bad. $45 a piece.
Damn.
With a cart?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Okay. Well, they only charge 20. They charge $18 for a cart, I think.
22, it says right here.
Or 22. Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
bad.
So I'm save $2 a cart.
Yeah. Should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break, and then fucking Trevor went on a golf trip.
I did.
Actually, went on a soccer trip.
It's true.
Right back.
All right, Trevor. PTO days last week.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprising.
Well used.
Did you go on a golf trip or did you go on a soccer trip?
So it's kind of both. My buddies, we went to the U.S. men's national game down in Kansas City at the Arrowhead Stadium, which was sick to go to. So we went
Was
down.
it fun watching soccer live?
It was my first time ever, but it was fun. It was something new. It was more sick to just see the atmosphere of because people get insane about soccer. So I'm like, that was fun to watch. And just being in Arrowhead was just insane.
Who'd they play?
The Uruguay. And they lost 1-0.
1-0.
1-0.
Actually.
1-0, yep.
And then since they lost, they didn't get into the rest of the Copa tournament. So kind of sad, bummed out, but did go down there golf too. We golfed Sunday morning, 9 at a little dog track.
drive?
Whatever. Yep.
You brought your clubs?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice like 10-hour drive, which wasn't terrible.
With
honestly.
your buddies, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
We do a little name game. We just dick around the whole time, so we're fine. But get down there, golf Sunday morning, play 9 holes just because we had to go pick up our other buddy from the airport because he flew down because he was busy this weekend. So go and I played probably one of the best rounds I've had in a while. I bogeyed 1 and 9, but then I shot 4 over, and I was like, all right, this is sick. I was like, this is gonna be great. Tomorrow we play 18 at a really nice course. Like this is gonna be. I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna shoot my best score.
No, it can change within hours.
Oh, I know. So then whatever, we get there Monday and it started raining in the morning, but we're like, okay, we have like a deadline. So like, okay, we need to like go play. So we played in the rain and it was downpouring. So we just like started the first 9. We were like, okay, let's just do 2-man best ball between carts, like whatever, like just don't care. Then 3 holes later, it switched to scramble because we're like, it's so wet, like we're soaked.
Yeah.
So eventually at hole like 4, I took off my shoes and socks and I played barefoot for the first time ever. I was like, I'm soaked. My shoes are already fucking wet. So I'm like, I'm just going to commit to it. So first time ever going barefoot. And it was a really nice course. It was a Greg Norman course. So I was like, green was like the greens and grass was
shark,
so
baby.
nice. And I was like, I will do it on this course. I know I'm not going to like get anything
Yeah,
bad.
get a nail in your
Yeah.
foot or anything.
So got completely drenched. Then at like the back 9, it got sunny and really hot, which was nice. So then we finished the back 9 out and I almost made a hole in 1 on like 16 or 17.
I mean, you could say you almost made a hole in 1. Like almost made a hole in 1. I was 20 feet from the pin.
I was a foot away.
Okay.
Hell
okay.
yeah.
We couldn't see it and I was like, hit it. And then we were playing Wolf and my buddy was like, yeah, I'm going to take that one. I go, fuck you, man. I want to get my own points or whatever.
Mhm.
And then we drive up there and I'm like, yeah, you guys don't need a hit. Just come up here. I'm not missing this. It's like a foot.
Did you putt it?
I putted it,
Okay.
made it. And
Good.
I was like, dude, this would have been an insane time to make one.
Mm-hmm.
But
Barefoot,
barefoot,
soaking wet,
drenched,
golf
and-
trip with the boys.
Oh my God, I would have been sauced.
You
I also would have been broke because we were going straight to the game. And I'd be like, oh my God.
You've been buying drinks for everybody. at the
$20 beers.
Yeah, you'd have
Oh.
had to buy drinks for the entire Arrowhead.
game. Yep, the whole stadium.
I wouldn't be here then.
Even if you just did Ryan's move and bought a keg there, that would be $1,000 at
For
a
sure.
sporting event.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, went down to Kansas City, did that. That was fun.
Did you like golfing barefoot?
It was a vibe. I did enjoy it.
Is
Good.
it something you would do again? Like, do you think you'd venture out to do it on a public course now, or
I actually did do that this week. So
Oh,
I
he's
also-
hooked.
Really?
Yes. Well, I also have bad sock tan lines, so I figured I should probably get rid of them a little bit.
good
Yeah.
move?
So
Why? How often are you letting the dogs out?
too much.
Okay.
So that was Monday. Then came back Tuesday. I golfed 54 on Thursday with my buddy Isaac. So it was all day from 9 a.m. to like 7 p.m. we were golfing.
Damn.
It was like back to back to back. And
Same
then
course?
no, we went from Edgewood to Village to Rose. And by the time we got done with Rose, our feet were dead. We couldn't even finish.
You walk?
I walked just the last 18. It's still like you still walk how much for a hole though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, and then Friday I played 9 at El Zaggle and I went barefoot because I was like, I'm walking on grass and green. Like I'm not. There's no goose poop. There's no nothing. I'm fine. So I walked that course barefoot, and then I played 18 that night. So I think I played over 100 holes this past week.
Jesus. Hey, good for you, Trevor.
Yeah, that's
Might as
sweet.
well. Honestly, you're young.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have
You
any
gotta do that.
responsibilities right now. You should do it again in 3 months. If I were you, I would do it again in September.
Probably will. But now we're like trying to plan another golf trip or something this year too. So we'll see how that goes.
You got to, yeah, you got to do it now because when you get to my age and your buddies and you start having kids, it's
a 3-year
it's
process
almost-
to plan
for
a
sure.
trip.
Yep, because the first year you plan to go the first year, and then it just something happens like maybe last minute or a couple months before, and then it just doesn't happen, and then you put it off for another year or two, and then it like you bring it back into circulation, and then maybe it happens. So
Everybody's having kids or getting married, and
yeah, and everyone's having kids in different months, so it's like, how are we ever going to get this in?
Yeah, and you can't even get one round scheduled. Like, let
Yeah,
alone,
you can't
let
get
alone-
a local round scheduled on a Saturday morning.
we,
It's like, how am I supposed to go to Arizona for 4 days with three buddies versus like one on a Saturday morning.
Well, how it goes is it's always like you got it. Everyone agrees on a weekend, right? You start setting shit up. Somebody drops out and everyone's like, okay, well, we can't move it to this weekend because then 2 people can't go. And then you're like, all right, we're just going to keep it. We'll go less guys. And then another guy drops out and we're like, well, fuck, now I can't. I don't really want to pay this much money with this many people.
I know.
And then it just ends up getting canceled and you eat all your deposits and then there goes your trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish everyone was just more upfront about like, hey, can you go or not?
Right.
Like, if you can't go, just tell me right now. But if you say you're going to go, I mean, we should have some sort of document saying like, hey, if you sign this document,
you are going.
Yeah.
We'll drag your ass.
Or you put all the money up front, so if he backs out, you still have the money for him to cover all the stuff.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I don't care if you go, but you're paying for the hotel and golf, and I'm just going to go by myself.
Yeah. And I'll still pay for another spot on the tee time, and there'll just be 3 instead of 4.
It's genius.
Yeah. I don't agree to anything anymore up front. If anyone asks me to go anywhere, I always say, I really, really want to. Let me make sure I can.
Yeah. Oh, you got it. I mean, yeah, I have my wife plans my schedule.
Check with the boss.
I can't remember the last time somebody asked me to do something and I was like, yes, I will do it.
Absolutely.
Other than like work shit, you know?
Yeah. Or unless like, if you already have the thought in your head, like, hey, I kind of want to golf this weekend. Yeah. Like, hey, honey, would you mind if I golf Saturday? Even though you don't like have a tee time, you don't have anything, you just like want to maybe reserve that time. If something pops up, then it's like, okay, yep, I'm down Saturday at 8 a.m. whatever.
Very, very rare these days. We're getting old. Trevor, we're all living vicariously through you.
I'll try my best.
Yeah.
Please do it, Trevor. Me and my buddies are trying to plan a golf round right now.
You might as well.
We're the same age.
Well, no, it's literally, I got 2 years on you, Trevor. But we're trying to plan a golf round the weekend of my buddy's wedding. And we can't even fucking get it done. We'll all be in the same town with nothing to do. We can't even get that round planned out yet.
It's ridiculous. Actually, so my main golfing buddy, next weekend is his wife's 30th birthday.
How do your other golfing buddies feel about you calling this one the main golfing buddy?
Well, I say main golfing buddy because I golf with him the most.
Fair. Okay.
Not because he's my favorite to golf. He's not my favorite. I've told you that before.
He's the main hoe, not the side chick.
He still hasn't we haven't settled 3-putt poker yet from last year. But his wife's 30th birthday is next weekend. And I heard from my wife that he's going to, like all of her friends that are coming out are bringing their husbands with, and he is going to get a golf round set up for Saturday morning before like we celebrate the 30th
Happy birthday, honey. We're going golfing.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's sweet. Cause then all the girls can hang out together for her birthday in the morning and us guys will go golfing, and then we'll meet up later in the afternoon.
Perfect.
I'm pumped for it.
Oh yeah. Keep us posted.
I'll keep you posted.
Yeah. I think that's a wrap, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Thanks for listening to episode 2008.
Great year, actually.
Yeah.
Recession year, but
The first half of that
Great
year was
Olympics, though.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Awesome Olympics in 08, Beijing.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I mean, Tyler just abruptly ended things, so I guess.
Well, you got a meeting at 10:30
I know
every day.
we had 4
I
minutes.
do
left,
it for
but,
you.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna wrap things up today, guys. Appreciate you all. See you next week. Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.